So of course the question is, well, how do you come to know yourself? If it's not doxa meaning belief, then maybe it's praxis. We know what we believe through looking at what we do. But the problem with that is we can fool ourselves in our actions. So why then am I saying that there is a dimension of us that is other than our beliefs and our actions? What proof or evidence is there for that? Well, this brings us to the area called parapraxis. Parapraxis is like paramilitary. So the military is kind of authorized by the state, and a paramilitary organization is a military organization that is outside of, not authorized by, sometimes doing what the state wants, sometimes not, but it's outside of the authority of the government. A parapraxis is a type of action that is outside the authority of your consciousness. It's a kind of action that happens behind your back, without your permission, without you sometimes noticing. And what is that? Well, that's what a symptom is. A symptom is a parapraxis. It is the actions that you do when you don't mean to. When you burst into tears for no reason at some stupid advert, or when you have an outburst of anger at something incredibly tiny, when you argue about something that is like keeping the light on or not closing the fridge or something like that, and it becomes something huge. It's headaches or a bad back, or not being able to open emails, or driving cars, or flying planes, or a fear of closed spaces or open spaces, or being alone or being with people. Your symptom is the thing that you think is not you. It's the moment you say, that's not me. That's just something weird. It's the action that you don't notice. But if you do notice, you simply dismiss, or you try to dismiss, you try to get rid of, because it's not you. It's not under the authority of your symbolic system. That's what a symptom is. Now, sometimes a headache is just a headache. Sometimes insomnia is just insomnia. Sometimes a bad back is just a bad back. Freud says sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. But sometimes it's a penis, right? And sometimes your symptom is telling you something that you cannot tell yourself. That's what the symptom is. It is the truth that speaks when you cannot speak your truth. It is the thing that reminds you that you're not your full identity. You're not what you think you are. There is something else going on. This is a way of understanding the holy. The holy means an utterly different dimension that tremors within the world, the mysterium tremendum. This is a wholly other dimension. And think of it as WHOLE, this wholly other, it's because it's like, you know, in graveyards it says gone but not forgotten on gravestones. This is the dimension of the forgotten but not gone. You push things down, you pretend it's not there, you pretend everything is fine. You're doing it right now. Look at you, as you're all dressed up like you're normal, like you're here, like everything's fine and everything's great in your life and like you're a regular person. You're not a regular person, you're crazy. I've talked to your friends. I've gone through your trash. Honestly, right? We're all pretending. This is kind of like the pretense. That's why often we have to wake ourselves up in our dreams, because in our dreams we encounter the reality. Right? So you have to wake up in order to dream. You have to wake up in order to pretend that everything is great, everything is fantastic. Because in our dreams, sometimes that's where we hit our anxieties, that's where we hit the truth. That's why some of us find it so difficult to sleep, because you don't want to encounter the truth. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. None of us believe that. We expel so much energy to avoid confronting the truth. This wholly other dimension trembles within us. That's the symptom. And if we ever encounter parapraxis, we think we have to get rid of it. That's the problem. No, it's the solution to a problem, right? If you drink too much, you're an alcoholic, and you're able to stop drinking through sheer force of will, right? But you don't work out what that's saying. You go, I'm not an alcoholic, or, that's just not me. And you know what? I'm just going to stop drinking, right? If you don't work out what is speaking, you'll do something even worse. I noticed this when I moved to LA. Have you heard of CrossFit? It's terrifying, right? One day you're drinking too much, the next day you're flipping tires. It's horrific. Drinking kale, it's horrible, right? Oh, it never happened to the Irish, right? So you'll just find a different symptom because this other dimension trembles within and has to speak.